What's up, guys? Welcome to the Black Geek Cool podcast, where we talk about comic book and sometimes anime news from the past week. I'm your host, Gershon. This is episode 34. I blanked out for a second. Sorry. This is episode 34. Before we finish the intro, go ahead and rate the podcast 5 stars or give a like. Or even share it right now because you know it's going to be awesome. That's cool too. That helps the podcast get in front of more people and, get me discovered by more people and get more views or likes or all that good stuff. Help the podcast grow. Mainly help the podcast grow. But, yeah, like I said before, we talk about comic book news and anime news from the past week on the small and the big screen. So without further ado, with the intro out the way, let's dive in, guys. So first up, we're going to talk about small screen as usual. And, I was going to talk about that first, but I think I'm going to leave that till the end. Okay, first up, Helstrom, which I don't know who that is per se. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a Marvel character. It's also getting a live action adaptation series on Hulu. It's part of Marvel's Introduce the Fear or something like that, some tagline like that. But they're doing a live action show for that. They're also doing a live action Ghost Rider show on Hulu. I think it's supposed to come out in like another year or so. Well, Helstrom just started pre-production. It started shooting, all that good stuff. It started in October. October 7th is going to start production. So we'll start seeing, images from the first couple shoots from that very soon. And some of us will figure out who Helstrom is. I did read a little bit. It's supposed to be about some serial killers' kids that are going out killing people or avenging people. Something also to do with the son of Satan, I think Helstrom is. I'm not 100% sure. The little bit I read about it, it was a little bit confusing. So I'm going to have to do a little research. Or you guys can let me know by hitting me up at BlackieCool on Twitter, BlackieCool on Instagram, or BlackieCoolPodcast at Gmail. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, hit me up in the comments. Let me know who Helstrom is. Give me some reading recommendations or something like that. I will definitely check that out. On other news, there was this leak from Netflix. So it was a tweet that went out, and it kind of gave the dates for some of their shows coming up. And one of the shows on there was The Witcher. They kind of already came out and said, yeah, this is not true. This is not when these shows are coming out. But, well, they didn't say it's not true, but they didn't say it wasn't true either. They didn't confirm or deny that the shows will be coming out at that time. They did delete the tweet, which is kind of interesting. But it said that the Witcher is coming out December 17th, I believe, this year. I know a lot of people are excited for that series. Excited to see what Henry Cavill does with the character. I'm interested too myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never played the games. But the trailer for the first trailer looked really interesting. It looked really cool. I would like to see where that goes. But there was also something else in there that I liked myself. I don't know if you watched this. It's not comic book related at all. But the show called Atypical is supposed to be coming back for a 3rd season. I really like this show. It's really good. I definitely say it's a show you should check out. First 2 seasons on Netflix right now. Really good show. Really smart writing, really great character development in it. It's just an all around really good show. It's kind of a slice of life, but it's funny and it's really good. You should check it out. But that's also coming back in November if you're interested. If there are any other fans out there like me that watch the show, really excited to see it come back. Comes back for season 3 in November. And if you're a fan, I'm just going to say penguins. That should mean something to you. And we're kindred spirits. And I believe in you. Just playing. But yeah, check that out if you're interested. Let me know if you watch the show. I really would like to know how many other people watch the show. that listen to this podcast as well. But also, in other news, he's done it. Ash Ketchum has become a Pokemon master. Okay, he didn't become a Pokemon master, but this dude finally won a Pokemon League tournament, and he's a champion. He won the Pokemon League championship in Alua, I think it's pronounced. So yeah, I watched the battle. I would have liked it to have been one of his more famously known Pokemon he won with, but needless to say, first time Ash has won a Pokemon League tournament in his 20-year career of being a Pokemon trainer. So touche to Ash. I didn't like the way he looked. He looked really different. I mean, I get it. It's for a new generation. It's kind of a new series, all that good stuff. They made his face more round looking. I don't know. I don't like his new design, but clearly the show is not for me anymore. But I want to just say congrats to my man's Ash. He got me out there. I shouldn't have said it like that, but he got me out there training Pokemon from a long time ago. From Pokemon Blue, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, even up to Pokemon Go. Out there in the weeds with my phone searching. I owe it to my man. He had me out there. He had me on the grind. And he finally pulled that victory out. Touche, Ash. For all the other Pokemon fans out there, how do you feel about that? How do you feel Ash finally winning a tournament and, getting the recognition he deserves? Because he's been at this for a long time, though. But in other news, Robert Kirkman, if you don't know who he is, he's a comic book writer / I think he does other stuff. I guess he's an executive producer, too. He's the creator of the Walking Dead comic book, which also spanned off to the Walking Dead show and Fear the Walking Dead show, who also has a movie in development, if I remember. One of his other comic books, I forget the name of it. It's Impossible or something like that. It's about superheroes. Really seems cool. That movie's in development right now. But he also had a show, another comic book got adapted into a TV series, which they kind of already aired in Canada. It's called Super Dragon. But apparently Amazon Prime has picked it up, so they're going to show that show on Amazon Prime starting October 6th. I did watch a little bit of one episode. It's a cute little cartoon. It's a cartoon, just so you know. Cute little cartoon. It's got this kid. He's a super genius, apparently. And one of his best friends is a super smart. Well, I guess, I don't know if he's super smart, but he's supposed to be kind of a superhero, Tyrannosaurus Rex. And they're fighting other dinosaurs to keep this dinosaur energy source away from them. So it's interesting, cool. One of those good guys, bad guys, and throwing the weird thing about them, dinosaurs that talk. They talk and use mechanical machines, like mech suits kind of looking things. It look kind of cool. Look for that if you're interested in it. If you read the comic book, you might be interested in the show. It looked kind of interesting. I might even show my kid, see if he likes it. But in other news, so if you've seen the Batwoman, I'm trying to stop saying so much because I'm thinking. You've seen the Batwoman trailer. There's a black guy in there that is like kind of trying to stop her from going down there. He's like, you can't go here, blah, blah, this. I vaguely remember him from the first trailer. Well, it's finally come out that that's Luke Fox, Lucius Fox's son. He's kind of going to be Batwoman's somewhat Alfred figure in her series, which I thought Lucas Fox was like a bigger dude. I thought he went to the military. I thought he was military trained. This dude looks skinny and scrawny. I like that they're trying to put characters within that world in the show, but I don't like that they changed completely who Luke Fox is, because he becomes part of the Bat family himself. I forget the name of his Batman he becomes, but he becomes a Batman. I seen it in I'm totally blanking out on that. It was a Netflix DC movie where it's like Bat Blood or Red Blood, something like that. Hit me up, let me know what it is, guys. I know you guys remember. I could have looked it up, but I'm not gonna look it up right now. He becomes a Batman himself, and he's pretty cool Batman. He got like a tech suit, but he's still a cool Batman. I don't like that he's in this. I think they could have found somebody else. Honestly, it felt like they were trying to get a black character in there somewhere, and I don't like it. That's just me. Let me know if you like it, or if you all for it. Let me know. Hit me up. In other news, I'm really excited for this. So I've been talking about this anime for a minute. I've only watched the first episode, but I loved it a lot. But it's in subtitles. So I am glad to announce Demon Slayer is coming to Toonami on October 12th. It's going to premiere October 12th, and it's going to be dubbed. I'm so excited. I put dub in capital letters in my notes. I am so excited to watch this now. I really didn't like watching it subtitled. It's hard to read and watch action scenes. You're pausing, going back. I just want to listen to it and watch it like normal. Not saying it's not normal to watch it in subtitles. Some people love it. Touche to them. They read fast. I'm not a fast reader. I take my time. I got to do each word. That's just how I am. But I'm really excited for this. I'm going to have to get the Toonami app or trying to figure out how else to watch this, because I want to watch this now since it's going to be on there. I'm going to catch up with you guys. I know a lot of people out there are already deep into Demon Slayer. I'm seeing the memes and the little gifs. I try not to watch them so I don't want to spoil anything. Super excited for this. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you even know what Toonami is. Let me break that part down. If you don't know what Toonami is kind of like Adult Swim on Cartoon Network, but Toonami is mostly focused on anime. So back in like 92, I think, 91, Toonami was launched to, show anime on Cartoon Network late night, and it just blew up. Everybody loved it. I'm not gonna lie, that is one of my biggest sources of anime as a child, and it just immersed me into this whole new cartoon renaissance for me, to see anime in all its different forms. Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, what was that one? Lupin the Third. Just so many. Even the weird ones. Zords? I think it's called Zords. Gundam, of course. Can't forget Gundam. Gundam Wing. That's so many good stuff. But if you were a kid back then, that's where you watch your anime. It was Toonami. And it was amazing. They also have, I was going to save this later, but they also have One Punch Man is also coming to Toonami on October 12th. It doesn't say if it's dubbed. Let me clarify. One Punch Man Season 2 is coming to Toonami. It doesn't say if it's dubbed or not, so that kind of sucks. I wish it... Like, I read the article. It doesn't say. I got to check other places. I hope it's dubbed, the dub version, because I want to finish that too, and I hate reading the subtitles. I got, like, episode 5. It just felt weird, because usually the way I start watching the anime is the way I try to fully watch it. If I started with it subbed, I fully watch it subbed. But if I started with it dubbed, I watch it dubbed all the way through. And it felt weird to switch. I started dubbed on One Punch Man, and then going to sub for season 2 was really weird. But hopefully that's dubbed, and that's coming in October 12th. In other news, Jupiter's Legacy, the showrunner left. So the showrunner left, and they're saying it was because of creative differences. The production says that it's not going to hurt the show. that everything is still on track and the show is still moving ahead fine. They're just looking for a new showrunner. It's not gonna mess up when the show is supposed to air, which I have no idea when it's supposed to air. I don't even know about this novel at all, but I saw a couple of still images, read a little bit about what's going on in the world, and it seems like a really new take on the comic book superhero genre. So I'm really interested to see what they do with it. But they lost their showrunner, so I don't know if you will see that within the show halfway through, because they said they already filmed 4 episodes. I think they got 8 more episodes to go, but I don't know if there's going to be a noticeable difference throughout the show since you lost a guy that's supposed to be connecting your whole show together. So that's interesting. Let me know if you are excited for this show. I think it's coming on Prime, Amazon Prime, I believe. Yeah. In other news, NBC's getting into the streaming game, so they're doing a streaming service as well. And the name of their streaming service is Peacock. I get it, throwback to your old logo, but come on, guys. Just call it NBC or NBC Streams or something like that. The name Peacock is really weird. Really weird. They're going to get so many memes on that. But it's supposed to launch April 20th, April 2020. So next year in April, they're going to launch. And apparently, they're doing a Saved by the Bell reboot. They got Mario Lopez coming back. And what's her name? Elizabeth Banks? Yeah, Elizabeth Banks is coming back for the Saved by the Bell reboot, which is interesting. They're doing a Punky Brewster reboot. They also got the original Punky Brewster coming back, I believe. They're doing what else was it? I forgot to write it down. They're doing I don't know if it said it was supposed to be a reboot, but now I'm seeing some articles saying it's not a reboot. So they're doing a Battlestar Galactica, either a reboot or a continuation of the story. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they're doing a lot of stuff. I know there was something else, some other old show that I'm forgetting they're doing a reboot of. But for nostalgia's sake, I'm kind of interested in the Saved by the Bell reboot. I wasn't a really big Battlestar Galactica. You see, I can barely pronounce it, so I wasn't a big fan of that. But I am interested to see what this Saved by the Bell, and I wonder if Zach could come back. That'd be really cool. Let me know how you guys feel. You still NBC should make a streaming service. Hit me up. Blackie Cool on Instagram, Blackie Cool on Twitter, and of course Blackie Cool Podcast at Gmail, or hit me in the comments on the YouTube channel. In other news, Max HBO have got the streaming rights for Friends, like the Friends sitcom, and they've also got all the seasons of The Big Bang Theory. So they're really coming out the gate strong. I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of people just getting it for The Big Bang Theory to be able to watch all 12 seasons of that. I know Netflix got Seinfeld. I think I just saw something they secured the rights for Seinfeld all across the world. So Netflix is still like, hey, we're still here, we're still strong. But Max HBO was trying to put their foot in the door like, hey, we got some stuff too. But I think that would be, I'm not going to lie, I am kind of interested to watch all 12 of these seasons. Because I know there was like 4 seasons where I just wasn't watching Big Bang Theory. And I kind of missed everything that happened. I wouldn't mind going back and check that out. In other words, Funimation and Hulu are planning to stream simulcast? I think that's how you say it. Simulcast My Hero Academia Season 4 on October 12th. So this is 2 big parts of news. First of all, Season 4 is coming October 12th. I don't know if I knew that. It feels like I should have known that, but now I really know that, and I'm really excited for that. I know they added like 3 other members to the cast. being that I don't read the manga, I don't know who that cast is, so I'm just gonna learn it within the show. I have Funimation, I have Hulu, so either way I go, I'll be able to watch it. But for those that only have Hulu or only have Funimation, October 12th, get ready. You time to go back into the world of My Hero Academia. Super excited to see what's going on with Deku. I've seen the trailers. It seems like that one guy with the weird pupils and the power to not morph his body, but slip into any kind of slip through solid objects. He's going to be a bigger part of this season. And it seems like they're really focused on these new villains with the little beak things. Super excited to see what goes on with that. Oh, that's going to be a really, really good show. I'm really excited for that. But in other news, so if you watch that Han Solo movie, it was bad. We all came to terms it was bad. But apparently more people have watched it as the years gone by. And they're starting to like it a little bit. So much so that Disney, I couldn't get that out. I just couldn't get it out. So much so that Disney is actually working on either a spin-off movie or a spin-off series for that. But it's not a solo spin-off. It seems to be focused on the villains of that movie are more, should I say, was it one villain and kind of other her camp, or I shouldn't have said that. Well, I don't even care if you spoil that for you. Her camp, Crimson Dawn. So they're either working on a Disney Plus series of her or a Disney Plus movie about her. That's the rumors right now. I would love to see a movie or a series about Crimson Dawn and how she became her and all that stuff. I really like that character a lot. I also like the other guys that was smuggling stuff that Han hooked up with, even though all of them died. I would love to see a prequel about them. That will work for me just fine. I mean, I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I definitely feel that way. Yeah. So that's happening with Disney Plus. Also, what's happening with Disney Plus? Hold on, let me get a drink of water because I'm about to say a whole bunch of stuff right second. Give me 2 seconds. All right, got my water. I'm good now. Okay, so Disney Plus first day, the things that you can watch on the first day of launch of Disney Plus. I'm gonna be reading off a list because it is so much stuff. So let's do first like just Marvel stuff. So we're gonna do Marvel like movies. So first day, you'll be able to watch Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Endgame. Oh my God, you're ready to watch Avengers Endgame? Oh, I didn't even read this list ahead of time, so a lot of these are going to be a surprise to me. So Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and Wasp, Black Panther, Captain America, Civil War, Captain America First Avengers, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Thor Ragnarok, and Thor: The Dark World. You're basically going to be able to watch all the Marvel movies. I think that's all of them. Yeah, all the Marvel movies on day one of Disney Plus streaming service. So that alone is mind-blowing because I'm going to be so excited to watch Endgame. Is that out on DVD yet? I don't know if that's out. Oh God, I might need to know that. Anyway, next up is Marvel Animated TV. So for Marvel Animated TV, they're doing a lot of nostalgic here. They're literally, let's just list some of these things. So you can watch the Fantastic Four 1994 version, the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes, Guardians of the Galaxy, the 2015 version, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, the 1994 version, Iron Adventures, that one CGI one. It was alright, not bad. It got weird later in the seasons. The Silver Surfer, I didn't even know he had a TV show. I guess it came out in 1998. Spider-Man 1981, Spider-Man 1995, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Spider-Man Unlimited, which is really good, very slept on. I love it a lot. Spider-Woman 1979, Ultimate Spider-Man, and then you can watch X-Men and X-Men Evolutions. Oh my goodness. I don't know if they're going to have the whole seasons of all these shows. I'm hoping they do, because I might have to take some days off of work just to watch this stuff, because this is, I know I want to watch a lot of this stuff. This is, wow. So that's Marvel, Disney, movie, and TV. So let's go into Star Wars movie. So you get to watch episode 1 through 8. So all the episodes 1 through 8, you get to watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Rogue One, Star Wars Story, a Solo. You don't have to watch that. You really don't. But yeah, pretty much all the Star Wars movies, all of them. Even the, the side stories, all those. Wow. Okay, so now we're moving on to Star Wars TV. So you're going to be able to watch Star Wars Force of Destiny. That's a short. Star Wars Rebels. That's a good show. Star Wars Rebels short. Star Wars Resistance, and Star Wars The Clone Wars. So the Clone Wars is really good. I watched that for like 4 seasons. That's really awesome. So that's amazing. So for Pixar movies, because we're moving on to Pixar movies now, you can watch, I don't know, do you guys want me, I'm going to name them all. I don't care. Jesus, there's so much stuff. Oh my God. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, so maybe I won't name everything, but you kind of get the idea. They pretty much got all the Pixar movies. They got Disney classic movies, 101 Dalmatian, the original Aladdin, Alice in Wonderland, Bambi, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Fantasia, Hercules, Lady and the Tramp, Mulan, Peter Pan, Pocahontas, Tarzan, The Lion King. Then they have like the, oh goodness. They have some of the, they have like the High School Musicals, Lilo and Stitch, which I don't know why they don't have that in animated classics, but I guess that's not a classic necessarily. They have all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, if that's what you're into. I watched a couple of them. The first 2 were okay. They have Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia, Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a good one. And then they have just like other assorted TV shows. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Wizard of Waverly Place, Phineas and Ferb, Kim Possible, Girl Meets World, which is stupid. But they have Boy Meets World, though. Oh, they got Boy Meets World. They have DuckTales. I think they have both DuckTales. Yeah, the 1987 DuckTales and the 2017 DuckTales. They have Gargoyles. They have Darkwing Duck. They have Tailspin. They also have The Simpsons. I forgot they bought Fox. They have That's So Raven, Agent Carter, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh my goodness. This is all day one stuff. So Disney is letting you know they got you the day you buy their app and it goes live. That's incredible. Oh my goodness. I'm really excited for Gargoyles. I didn't know they had all those Spider-Man shows. I didn't know they were going to have Avengers Endgame on day one. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. But that's all the news, small screen news I have for you guys. As always, if I missed something, please let me know. Email me, text me. Well, not text me, but tweet me or DM me, and I'll definitely put it on the next podcast. Sometimes I miss stuff, and apparently you can tell I missed some of the stuff that's going to be on launch of Disney Plus because there's so much stuff there. But yeah, let me know if I missed something that you want to get my opinion on, or my opinion or my thoughts on, or just see how I feel about it. Alright guys, it's time to talk about big screen news. And first up, Venom 2 is going to start shooting this November. They're going to start production. I believe they got all the cast, got the director. Scripts are good, at least good enough to start filming. And they're going to start filming November. I am vaguely excited about this. I didn't really like Venom 1. But I like how they brought Venom into this world without using Spider-Man. I think they did a great job with that. But the movie itself left me kind of disappointed. The CGI wasn't as good as I thought it should have been. There was a lot of dark scenes. And the whole Venom and Rampage fight just looked like a googly mess. I mean, it just looked terrible. But I did like the way they brought Venom into that world, and I'm very interested to see how they expand on that. I like Tom Hardy as Venom or Eddie Brock. I wish he was a bodybuilder. I wish they'd have kept that from the original Venom, or at least from the cartoon version, the Spider-Man animated series. But I'm interested to see what they do with Venom 2. I hear that Carnage is supposed to be in it, which is cool. But if it's going to be just another blob fight, I'm not okay with that. So I don't know who they really can bring in, because Venom kind of has a set group of enemies, and most of his enemies are other symbiotes, or however you pronounce that. But yeah, I am kind of excited to see what they do with Venom 2. In other news, I am going to probably pronounce his name wrong. Hamburger. I want to say hamburger, but I know it's not hamburger. Harbinger. Okay, so it's a Valiant comic book. Apparently it was at Sony, and now it's at Paramount. I don't know if Sony sold it or what happened with that, whatever. But now it's at Paramount. So Bloodshot, which is a Valiant comic book as well, and a movie that Sony is making, is still at Sony, and is really close to this Harbinger. I don't know how to pronounce that right. But yeah, they're at Paramount now, so it doesn't seem like these two are going to cross, even though they cross within a comic book. I am very interested to see a Valiant comic book movie now. See, we've seen the big two. We've seen small comic book creators too. But I think this is the first time Valiant has gotten one of their characters in a movie. And it looks like they're going to have two of their characters, unfortunately, in two different companies, which means they probably won't get together eventually, because I know they do get together in the comic book, but it's still good to see them be able to get on the big screen. So hopefully Paramount does a good job. We'll have to come and see. I don't know when I think they're starting filming soon. I know that Sony had some ideas for the cast, but I'm pretty sure that's going to get thrown out now since they're going to a whole new company. So only time will tell when we see who is playing that cast. I did read a little bit about it, but now I can't remember what I read. I think that's what I read. So apparently in that story, there's supposed to be teenagers with superpowers, and apparently the government is trying to use them to use their powers or something like that. So kind of typical comic book plot there, but we'll see what they do with it. In other news, James Gunn says Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be his last one. I guess he was given an interview and somebody asked him how many more Guardians of the Galaxy you have. He said one more. So he's like, after this, I'm done. I mean, understandable. This would be his trilogy. At first, we didn't think he would be able to do it, but he came back and he's going to do the trilogy. So I'm cool with that. Let him do his trilogy and let him move on and do something else. On top of that, he also tweeted out the full cast of the Suicide Squad movie. And give me 1 second, because there are so many people in this cast. Where is that full cast? Hold on, I'm looking for it on my phone because I had it on my phone. I'm gonna try to pronounce some of these people's names, and I am not gonna do it correctly. All right, so let's start with the first one. David Ditchmore-Chin. That's my channel. Well, I just butchered that. I am sorry, my friend. I butchered your name. But I remember him from Ant-Man and Ant-Man and Wasp. He was in that. He's one of the security guys. With like T.I. and who's the other guy? I don't remember the other guy. But he was working with the security firm that they were going to start and stuff. He was part of the team that broke in to the place to get that one ad suit on the first one, which I liked the first Ant-Man a lot better than I like Ant-Man and Wasp. But that's just me. John Cena, Jai Courtney, I remember that. Jadukwo Kozu, I don't pronounce it. I'm butchering that. Nathan Fillion, Joel Kinnaman, Maying Neg, probably pronounced that wrong. Faluga Brog, that's that one German guy, I think he is. Sean Gunn, he got his brother in there. Juan Diego Bato, I am not sure who that is. Storm Reed, Pete Davis. Pete Davis supposed to be. I think we talked about it last time. He's supposed to be like a cameo or something. Taika Waititi, Alice Berg, Steve Agee, Tanisa Kassir. I don't know how to pronounce that. Daniel McClure. Pretty sure that's wrong. Peter Capaldi, Julia Riss, Jennifer Hollard, Viola Davis, Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, and Michael Rooker. So Margot Robbie is supposed to be coming back. Viola Davis coming back. Who's the other guy? Joe Kinnaman is supposed to be coming back. So I'm pretty sure we know who those people are playing. Idris Elba, we not sure. Some people say Bronze Tiger. Some people say Deathstroke. Deadshot, but he's not supposed to be replacing Will Smith, so I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Bronze Tiger. I don't know who all these other people are supposed to be. Oh, Steve Agee is supposed to be the voice of King Shark. But I have no idea who these people are going to be. But it's going to be very interesting. But also, James Gunn said don't get attached to these people because he's really going to kill them. Like in the first Suicide Squad movie, a lot of people didn't really die. So I think like 2 people died maybe. So way it seems like James Gunn's like, I'm going to kill a lot of people, so just get ready for it. So, they are called the Suicide Squad, so come on. Them people need to die. But yeah, so that's going to be really interesting. I would love to see when we start seeing, photos or some footage from it, and definitely want to see the first trailer for that. I want to see if it's more like Guardians of the Galaxy or more like the other Suicide Squad movie, or if it's going to be a combination of those two. I think that would be a better way to go, to have a combination of those two, because they both have very good things about them. Just one's execution wasn't that great for everybody. I had fun with it, but not everybody else did. But yeah, that's that full list of some of the people I knew how to pronounce the names. Some of them I didn't. But in other news, there was a Nick Fury deleted scene from Iron Man 1 where Nick Fury talks about dealing with gamma radiated people, or gamma radiated scientists, I believe he said, a radioactive bug, and mutants. So they were really gonna go for it in that first movie. They were gonna say mutants, which I don't think they had the rights to. They could say radioactive bug, but we all know who they're talking about. They're talking about Spider-Man. Let's be serious. Even though they didn't have the rights to, but maybe they were working something in the long run. They're playing a long game. I don't know. And they, mentioned the Hulk. It's a deleted scene. I watched it. It looked cool. And I mean, as we're talking about this, we know Spider-Man is technically out of the MCU right now. I guess there's a rumor there's a new deal on the table, where Disney say they will want like 30% of Spider-Man, and Sony was like, cool, or maybe, but you also have to put Venom in the MCU. So I don't know if that deal is gonna work. I mean, to be honest, I think they're gonna figure it out, because especially if Sony does a movie and it flops, they're gonna be like, okay, look, we messed up. That's gonna give Disney a lot of bargaining power, so they should try to figure something out before then and not lose that much revenue. But yeah, I think they're gonna figure it out. I mean, it's hard for them to even continue with Spider-Man, being he's become so close to the MCU. A lot of that stuff you can't use anymore either. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to start it all over. You still have Tom Holland, really good actor to play Spider-Man and Peter Parker, but you have to start all over. And that's one of the things Spider-Man fans got really tired of, is you redoing the story so many times. But I think they'll figure it out, maybe. But in other news, there's a rumor that Marvel is actively developing a Silver Surfer movie. And if they do this and it makes money, they literally can just print anything. I mean, they've already showed us they can print anything. They made Captain Marvel a $1 billion movie. And yes, Captain Marvel was a decent movie, but it's not a $1 billion movie. Just like I said about Aquaman. Aquaman is a fun, entertaining, enjoyable movie, but it is not a $1 billion movie. Come on. Oh. But if they do this, they're just letting you know they're gods. I'm sorry. If they can make Silver Surfer be a $1 billion movie, oh my goodness. I mean, he has a very interesting backstory. You introduce Galactus in there, but you can do a little bit of stuff just on him beforehand. It's a great move. You also can kind of introduce the Fantastic Four through that way. I would think there'd be a Fantastic Four movie before a Silver Surfer movie. But hey, I'm not going to argue with them. They clearly know what they're doing. I think it's like $9 billion these movies have made by now. So they know what they're doing. And I mean, that might be $9 billion just in the last year or two. But yeah, that'd be very interesting if they do, if we start seeing, stills of a Silver Surfer movie. Sorry, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. It really sucks. But in other news, so there's a Jurassic Park short film that takes place after Fallen Kingdom. I haven't watched it. I've seen a little bit of a clip of it, but the word is it's really good. And if it's where Jurassic Park 3 is going, it's got people really excited. So let me know if you watch a short film. If you've seen it, I'm probably going to watch it after I finish this podcast to see what it's about, because it's like 8 minutes. So I'm not going to watch this and then finish recording, because it's super late at night. Yeah, I record these super late at night. I got to wait till everybody sleep. But I am really excited to watch this short film, because people are really talking like it's really cool. And it's a really cool way for them to go with the series if this is where they're going. It could be a filler that's just throwing out there to see if, are people okay with this direction? But I'll probably give you my thoughts on it next podcast. I got to give you guys something to wait for the next time, because I'm getting on top of these. I'm doing these like I'm supposed to every time. So hopefully this does come out Wednesday, unless something happens during the edit. And this is going to be kind of a long episode, so get to sit back and relax. But if you're already this far in the episode, you already know what's going on. Now I'm just rambling. I'm tired. Work with me here, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that Jurassic Park short, and I'm gonna get back with you guys next week and let you know what I thought about it. But in more news, Mortal Kombat has started filming. So they used to that was weird, I know, but I just had to do it. They started filming. They showed some stills and some video of training. And we don't really see much. You just see the actor playing Jax practicing some moves, trying to figure out Jack's fighting style. He looks like Jax. I mean, he doesn't have the silver arms and stuff, the mechanical arms. I'm pretty sure they do that in post or whatever. But yeah, it looks like it's coming along. I'm really excited for this. Like, I'm really excited because it's supposed to be rated R. It's supposed to have more fatalities in it. I'm really excited for it. It's just the Mortal Kombat movie I kind of wanted when I was a kid. Like, I wanted to be really close to the game, and I want to see fatalities. I think that'd be really cool. That means people are gonna die. I don't think a lot of people died in the other Mortal Kombat movies. Maybe like side characters. I don't know. I can't remember. But I don't think a lot of people died. It definitely wasn't any fatalities. There was that one guy who's like, finish him. That was cool. I hope they do that in this new one too. You just gotta love the finish. I hope they do the wobble stuff too. And the guy comes in, whoopsie. I might just want to go play Mortal Kombat games. That's probably what it is. But yeah, they're filming. Got a couple stills. Hopefully we'll start seeing more stuff, see a little more character design, people in costume, and see how it's coming together. Really excited for this. Let me know how you guys feel. Hit me up, Black Geek Cool on Instagram, Black Geek Cool on Twitter, Black Geek Cool Podcast at Gmail, and you can hit me up in the comments on the YouTube channel. In other words, Warner Brothers, I think I talked about this before. I think it was in talks or in development. But yes, they're doing a Funko Pop movie. I don't know how this is going to work because half of Funko Pops are just other people's IP. So this is going to be like, what was that movie? Oh, I got to look it up right quick. Hold on, because I want to get this right. It's a movie Steven Spielberg did. With all the different characters. It should be right up top. Oh, Ready Player One, which I did like. I liked Ready Player One. I understand why people didn't like it. Mostly people that read the book. They say it's a lot different than the book. But I liked the movie. It was interesting. But if it's supposed to be like a Ready Player One situation, how is that going to work? Because there's a lot of these Funko Pops are different people's IPs. So I don't understand how that's going to work. That's just how I feel. Let me know what you guys think. And in some other news, Dan Aykroyd and Ernie, I always mess up on his name because I want to call him by his kind of character name, but I always mess up. But Ernie Hudson are confirmed to be in Ghostbusters 2020. So that's really cool. I mean, I think they should have been in the last Ghostbusters movie, which the last Ghostbusters movie wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as the internet made it seem. Like, they were just killing it. But it's good to see the two original guys come back and be involved in the franchise. I'd rather have a soft reboot where I'd rather have a continuation of the story where you still pay homage to the people that made this a franchise while you bring in new people to continue the franchise. I think that's a better way to go, me, myself. But I am really looking forward to a trailer to see for this. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to see them. And I think they are still kept in good shape. Ernie's always doing Comic-Cons and he looks in shape, looks ready to do his thing. So I'm really excited to see these guys do the thing, reprise their roles. Hopefully pass on. Oh, I forget the name of the blaster. Ernie could pass the Ecto-1 over to the next generation. That'd be really cool scene where you're giving the keys to some young dude, whoever's playing the young people in the movie. I don't know. I know I talked about it before, but I can't remember off the top of my head now. And the last bit of news I have, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. So one of the new characters from Rise of the Skywalker, movie, Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker. Janah is rumored to be Finn's sister, and I hope this is not true. Like, oh my god. There are so few black people in this universe. Why do you have to always make them all related? Because if it comes out that they're sisters, that's Finn's sister, and she escaped. That's the rumor, that she escaped the First Order, and Finn didn't escape. And now she's been living on her own, blah, blah, blah. And they meet back up. Apparently they're going to be together a lot of the movie. And I'm like, why do you have to just put the two black people together? Oh my God, that's so... Oh, and why I really hope they're not related. I hope they're not related, and they don't start a romantic relationship throughout this movie. Those are the two things I don't want to happen with these two characters, because it makes the universe very small. It really does, and it perpetuates one of the bigger issues. At least me as a black fan of Star Wars, I have with this universe is there's no black people and all the black people are related. And I swear to God, if they tell me Lando is their father, I'm out. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. I know a lot of people have been wondering that for the longest time because we don't know who Finn's parents are. And like we're just waiting for him to go, oh yeah, your dad is Lando Calrissian. I swear to God, if they do that, and if they do that, and this is his sister, I'm out. Like, I like that they had Rey and Finn kind of having a little thing together. Let that happen. Forget all the old school Star Wars fans that are like, oh, that are already mad that Rey's super powerful and she's a woman. Then again, then to have her be with Finn, who's a black guy, just let it happen. Let it happen. It's already been, you already did the groundwork. People already feel it's there. Let it keep naturally happening. Don't do that stuff you did with Rose in the last Jedi, where you made some kind of weird triangle with those three. Don't do that. Just let Rey and Finn finally get together and go away in the sunset and make mulatto cute babies that can be super Jedis and be cool as mess. Just let it happen. Oh my God. And stop making him want to kill himself. Stop doing that too. Please. Like, you went from a guy that escaped from First Order because he really didn't want to do that, to him being willing to sacrifice his life mindlessly too. He's not even sacrificing to help people. He was about to sacrifice himself to a giant machine, even though he knew that wouldn't stop it from getting other people. That was stupid. One of my gripes about Last Jedi. But yeah, please don't let her be his sister. Please don't let them be related to Lando. Please show more black people that don't get killed immediately after you show them. Oh God. Please don't do it, Star Wars. Disney, please don't do it. Oh, goodness. But yeah, that's all the news I have from Big Screen News, as always. No, hit me up. Let me know if you feel the same way. For those who are Star Wars fans, black, white, all the colors of the rainbow, let me know how you feel about that. If they make her his sister, are you going to be upset? Like, a lot of you have already let go of Star Wars after Last Jedi. But if they do this, are you really going to cut them off? I'm going to cut them off. And I want to see the continuation of other stories. Not the Skywalker stories. That's what I'm more excited about, to see more of this universe. But if they do this, I'm cutting the whole universe off. No more Star Wars. Those are my feelings. But that's the last bit of news I have for Big Screen News. As always, guys, let me know if there was something I missed, something you want to get my opinion on, something you want to get my thoughts on. all that good stuff. And I'll definitely put it in the next podcast, next week's podcast, most likely. Yeah, just hit me up, Black Geek Cool on Instagram, Black Geek Cool on Twitter, Black Geek Cool podcast at Gmail, or hit me down below in the comments if you're watching the YouTube version of this. Yeah. This is where I talk about, I gotta stop saying so much. This is where I give you my recommendations of stuff to watch or what I've been watching. So I watched The Big Sick the other day. Not comic book related, not anime related, but it is really good. It is really good. I really liked it a lot. Definitely check that out. I saw it on Amazon Prime. Check that out. I've also been watching a little bit of The Tick. I'm probably not going to keep watching it, to be honest with you. I'm still in the first season. I'm not going to watch it anymore. I think it got canceled too. So I'm not going to watch it anymore. It was kind of interesting, but I think I'm good. I think I'm good. But I also been watching Fire Force. I think I'm on episode 4 or 5. It's the episode when he fights that one lady that says she's a princess and was an ex-nun and orphan. With the other nun that's on his team. I know I'm not making any sense because I don't know any of their names because I'm terrible at names. We all know that. But he had his big battle with her. I was a little disappointed in the battle, but they do some decent character development, so I'm still watching it, still going on it. I think that's about it that I've been watching lately. Let me think right quick. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, and Mindhunters. I've been watching Mindhunters too. But yeah, I believe that's it. But let me give my shout outs and my thanks to my guy Michael for continually listening to the podcast. To my brother Kojak and my brother Maurice. Not you, Jamie. You're not listening. Unless you are listening. And I say thank you too, Jamie, for listening. I appreciate it. I'm going to text you while I'm editing this and see if you actually listen to the podcast. And if you don't, why don't you listen to the podcast? Support your brother. But thanks my mom. Thanks my wife, the kids, to be asleep while I do the podcast. And for the people that do listen regularly, thank you. Really appreciate it. And go ahead and drop me like a email, tweet, or if you got the Anchor app, go ahead and do a voicemail and ask me a question. I would love to get some questions that I could put on the podcast. I definitely put your voice on there so you can hear yourself and I can answer your question to the best of my ability. So no hard questions like who's the third person in episode 62, because I don't know that. Just ask me questions I would know or you want to hear my opinion on. That's what worked with me. Like I said, if you have the Anchor app, you can do it right on the app. So check that out. Download the Anchor app. It's free of charge. Just a little bit of space on your phone. That's all. You delete some of that other stuff off there. You don't need 60 pictures of your grandma. 2 pictures is just fine. But yeah, that's my shout outs. Alright, that's the podcast for this week. Just a reminder, you can listen to the Black Geek Cool podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Pocket Cast, iTunes, and many other places apps can be found. Many other places podcasts can be found. Also, you can listen to it on my YouTube channel, Black Geek Cool. Check the channel out. I also do reviews, live reactions, and reviews of movies and TV shows, but I haven't been doing them that much lately. I'm gonna get back to that very soon. Also, you can go to Anchor's website, not the app, but the web page, and you could become a supporter of the channel, of the podcast, by throwing in $1 a month or $5 a month. Whatever you do, whatever you choose to throw in to support the podcast is greatly appreciated. You also can support the podcast and get yourself something at nerdcaveincorporated.com. They have all kinds of comic book apparel, anime apparel, decor, all kind of stuff. Hoodies, t-shirts, sweatpants. I think they have socks, Go check them out at nerdcaveincorporated.com. And when you do check out, use my promo code BlackieCool. That also gets you 10% off, and I get a little kickback. So that also supports the podcast. Don't worry if you can't do any of that. You can still share the podcast. That also helps support the podcast. Helps me get in front of people. I'll go ahead and like the podcast. It also helps me get in front of people. Tag the podcast. Use the tag BGC. You tag it on Instagram and Twitter. I'm going to start using that as a tag. So use that and share the podcast. Help me grow the podcast.